From starting her journey in the pageantry world to making a place in heaven, welcoming Sobhita Dhulipala on Zoom channel.
Thank you.
It's lovely to have you, and you have made a place in heaven for yourself, I must say that.
Like I have died.
But with Made in Heaven, of course, you know, the kind of feedback you have got and people have just loved your performance. And Tara is such a relatable character, such a strong character. How was it playing Tara for you?
It was amazing. Normally, characters like Tara would be like they would not be the main leads. You know, they would make them on the side. But by putting a spotlight on someone like that, you really see what goes on. If someone is like one Patthar Dil, you know what goes into the making of that. And it was such a privilege to play a character that has so many layers, so much dimension, but also not very expressive. So that it was such a joy.
Have you ever been stone cold, you know, like this as Tara, as in real life ever?
No, in real life, though, I'm a mess. I'm actually very emotional, very quick to cry, expressive, chatty with my close ones, and I'm not as tough as Tara is. But I do look up to her because there are some times when I'm in a crisis and I think, what would Tara do?
Oh. When we talk about your career, you have evolved ever since you started your journey, you know, from being a part of the Miss Earth, you know, being a part of Miss, you know, the pageantry world completely, to becoming an actor, coming to the glamorous side. If I had to go back to your days of pageantry, how was that journey for you?
It was actually, so I moved to Mumbai after my school, 12th standard के बाद. I moved here for college, and college के ending में I had taken part in Miss India. Actually, it was like an adventure for me because I did not know much essay because I just was very excited by the idea of it, and when I won, I did not know आगे क्या करना है, क्या करते हैं लोग, उसका next step क्या, I didn't know. And I had enrolled in masters in law, which I dropped out of, and I had given myself a 3-year timeline. Okay, I will figure out because I have always been creative, but I just didn't know that वो उसको career भी बना सकते हैं. Because it's like, oh, ये भी हो सकता है. I was good at studies, तो ऐसा नहीं कि मुझे ये करना है as an escape from that. And I've always enjoyed fashion. Like just as an audience, I would be like, wow, so amazing. So I was modeling for a bit after my pageant, and I was as a model, आप audition भी करते हो ads के लिए. So करते करते I really enjoyed it, and I got a chance for my first film audition. And through that audition, I knew acting is like something I connect with deeply. I just didn't know before. But that kida, that creativeness was there always. Because I beat through classical dance bachpan se, or I used to read a lot, I used to backpack and travel. So all these experiences had a creative charge in them, but there was just no professional release of it. So I think that's just been my entry into this.
But coming back to the lawyer quality of hers, now we know why Tara is so much inclined towards law.
But I never fulfilled this thing. And also I was not studying to be a lawyer. I was just
just like you took as a course maybe.
Yeah, it was it was like distance learning, and then I dropped out because doing it half is not correct. So.
Made in Heaven, The Night Manager, PS1, PS2 are your career uplifters. Do you agree on that?
In the recent past, for sure. I'm also very I feel proud of my 2 Telugu films. I'm Telugu, that's my mother tongue. I'm from Andhra. I had done it was a small film called Gudachari, and I did it with the same spirit as the earlier films, which were small but very performance driven. My first film, Raman Raghav, or a Kala Kandi, or a Muton in Malayalam. But when that film went on to do really well, the Telugu film, I felt very good because the intention with which I came onto the project was very pure. It was sincere. So my 2 Telugu films, and also Kurup in Malayalam with Dulka Salman, I really enjoyed the process of that film. So it's been a beautiful journey.
And as we talk about Telugu, you recently said that you would want a Telugu-ness in your wedding. And as we talk about that, what's your ideal, dream partner? How do you imagine your ideal partner as?
I mean, Telugu-ness in my wedding will naturally happen because I'm Telugu and all the rituals and stuff. But dream partner, I don't know. The things I would think are amazing when I was maybe a teenager are very different from what I thought as a 25-year-old. Now they change because I'm also growing and I appreciate different things in a person. It becomes a little more mature, and I think I would appreciate someone who's grounded, but has a love for life, and someone, because I really appreciate the many facets of life. एक full life होनी चाहिए, family, travel, like to have creative expression apart from work, to have a full life. It's very important to have healthy relationships, to spend time with parents. ये सब मेरे लिए important है. So maybe someone who also values these things and a common value system, and someone who I think wants to become a parent because I do. So maybe these things.
And I'm sure you would get someone like that. We all hope for that, but at the same time, it's like, I feel after seeing Made in Heaven, I'll be very frank to you, I feel like that focus of just getting married for the societal values and all these things get like, थोड़ा सा वो हो जाता है कि ठीक है, no, it's not required, okay. You need to be happy with the partner to, make the wedding happen.
Yeah.
And I feel that was like an eye-opener, while watching Made in Heaven. It was so many things. Of course, there are so many things you don't even show what is there on the canvas. There is a lot of different stories where you adjust, and now I feel good that, seeing that women are more progressive. And what are your thoughts on that? Do you feel also the same, that, women are more progressive as compared to the societies we have seen in the past?
A large percent of India still, we get married in the arranged marriage system, and it's almost like a checkbox. There is no right or wrong. सही गलत की बात ही नहीं है. I think as women, one thing that is a helpful positive step is to not see marriage as an end goal, because वो work in progress है, मतलब. And also मेरे हिसाब से compatibility ये नहीं है कि दो लोग एक दूसरे के साथ एकदम perfectly mix हो जाते हैं. अगर ऐसे होते हैं amazing, but I think according to me compatibility is when एक दूसरे के जो imperfections हैं उन चीज़ों के साथ आप कितनी डिग्निटी के साथ डील कर सकते हो, वो है compatibility. कि आप में कुछ क्वालिटी है जो मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगता है, जो मुझे इरिटेट करता है, बट कितनी डिसेंसी या सॉफ्टनेस के साथ मैं वो डील कर सकती हूँ. एंड बोथ साइड्स, आई थिंक दैट इज compatibility. Living with grace, with the imperfections. So, and that is something that can be built. So I think people should have a slightly realistic expectation of marriage and not see it as an end goal.
Do you also feel being an actress is not that easy currently, because there are a lot of people? At the same time, you're constantly under the radar, under the lenses of paparazzi. Wherever you go, you get captured, be it in India, be it abroad for that matter. Did you ever think that way, that it's going to be such a tough fight while being an actress?
It's not tough at all.
Yeah?
मुझे बहुत, I find it to be a privilege, because I had given so many auditions in my life to find work opportunity, and if that work is something that people are connecting with or celebrating or enjoying, and if there is some attention that comes with that, I'm very grateful for it. I don't feel like oof. I don't feel like that. I feel like it's an honor. I spend that much time on social media actually, because उससे मुझे बहुत unnecessary anxiety होती है. And बचपन से मुझे comparisons बिल्कुल नहीं पसंद, जो हम बहुत without realizing कर लेते हैं सोसाइटी में. As parents also they end up doing it, but I think it's not very healthy. Everyone is so unique. It's like I read this. Sometimes we feel bad that it's like comparing a fish's ability to climb a tree. A monkey has these things, a fish has other things. It can swim. So whenever I think of comparisons, I think of this. Everyone has their own thing. So I spend less time on social media, because social media inherently ends up pushing you to compare. So I spend less time, and मुझे इतना वो I don't feel like I learn a lot from it. time ऐसे चला जाता है तो I reduce time on that.
And as we talk about social media, there's a lot of demand for you to be a part of Dawn 3 alongside Ranveer Singh and play Roma. Are you wanting and willing to be a part of it?
Dude, obviously that would be such a dream. I love Priyanka Chopra and the energy she brings, and what she did in those films is special. It has a very personal touch and it's fire. And I've loved the Dawn films as well. The music, the vibe, and I love watching action films. So it would be amazing if something like that can happen. But I don't want to dream too big. It's just I think it's nice enough that people think I'm right for it. That is a huge compliment.
Zenat Aman complimented your character,
I know,
and
I died.
it's like,
I was like,
it's the biggest compliment to get. You're literally,
Yeah, same
you're literally
reaction
close
I
to
had.
that.
Yeah, same reaction.
Yeah, but she was like someone like her, praising you, and someone like her noticing your work. How was that feeling for you? I really want to know your emotions when you got to know that she's complimenting you for your work.
She's actually one of my inspirations. There are a few women in Indian cinema from like different decades who really inspire me with their personality, their choices, the way they carry themselves, the way they lead their lives. It's amazing, and she's one of those. So I think it was very special to be like receiving a compliment from her. Same with Vidya ma'am, Vidya Balan, because she's such a terrific performer, and I'm very inspired by her choices and the way she carries herself. She's fantastic. So receiving like a personal message and compliments from her was, I felt so good.
And last two questions to you. The very first one being is my personal question to you is, when I saw your walk with Ishan Khattar and you were in oh so serious look, I really want to know the story behind it. You were so serious, like he's looking at you and you're also looking at him, but you're very serious. Like, why were you so serious?
No, because honestly, I feel I used to be a model, right? And to be a good model, you should showcase the garment as well as you can, depending on the mood of the moment, the music, the style of the outfit. Is it sweet? Is it strong? Is it statuesque? I felt like the outfit, and I try to put the focus on the outfit and being a little bit neutral instead of trying to hog attention. Ki mujhe dekho. Of course, I'm a medium through which more attention is given to the show or the occasion or the garment. That's why the concept of showstoppers exist. But I was in that zone, and there was so much light in the front. I didn't realize he was looking at me, because when we had a rehearsal, we had like different rehearsal timelines. So I just didn't know. So I say, galti se mistake ho gaya. Yeah, but there is no background story. We are good friends actually. We have a great equation. In fact, after that, I was just like, what?
And lastly, I have to ask you about your Hollywood debut and about your upcoming projects. Tell me about it.
There is a film I shot for last year, which I am really excited about. An announcement will be made soon. And also my film with Dev Patel, Monkey Man. It's something I'm very curious about. Yeah, these two are there, and hopefully I sign something cool soon.
And do we hear Made in Heaven 3 noise by any chance?
I'm not going to say
I can see a very good expression on her face. So I think something is cooking for sure.
I'm not going to say anything that will get me into trouble.
Okay, cool. That was lovely chatting with you, Sobhita, and enjoyed the interaction. Looking
Thank
forward
you
to
so
see more of your work, more such strong roles and action-oriented, I'm sure, which
Thank
you're
you.
hoping for, aiming for. Lovely chatting with you.
Thank